I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. It's a thick blue line. I used to be part of it. I understand it.
This is just one of the terrible officers that we will expose in this video. He thought he could treat citizens however he wanted, but he had no idea how fast things could turn and how quickly karma would catch up. Just like these other corrupt cops who got owned by this auditor.
And then you were relocated here. This is what was dispatched to me.
Okay,
and you're parked in front of somebody's house. This is not a normal place for people to be parked.
Okay.
And I am asking you to identify yourself.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to, by law, identify yourself. I need your ID, sir, to verify who you are.
I have to identify myself if you suspect me. Florida, is this a Terry stop? Am I being detained?
You are, right now. Yes, you are.
Under suspicion of what crime, sir?
Loitering and prowling.
Do you know what loitering is?
I do.
Under the statute,
sir, here's what's
loitering...
gonna happen. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me your driver's license here in a minute, or you're going to go to jail for resisting.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm going to give him a license, then I'm going to file an internal affairs complaint on you for violating my Fourth Amendment
totally
right.
The investigator was forced to hand over his ID under the threat of arrest, but the officer was about to realize he had messed with the wrong guy.
If you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor, we're more than happy to do that.
Well, you got no problem sitting here detaining me.
Do you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor?
I asked for a supervisor. I'd like for you to call a supervisor. I'm glad you got a smile on your face while you're violating my rights. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggest you refresh yourself on the law and what reasonable suspicion is. You go ahead and smile now. I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. Apparently you boys in blue don't know how to break that line.
He wasn't about to let the officer violate his rights and walk away unchallenged. While waiting for the supervisor to arrive, he put the deputy in his place.
There's no public
yeah, but you also know there's a
state.
state you have to have a reasonable cause to run my tag through David. That's why that state trooper, that's why the Florida Highway Patrol trooper got sued, right?
Okay, sir, listen. If I ran your emergency contact, looked at your emergency contact information, that we're not allowed.
6429 with a valid.
You need to move your vehicle out from in front of your house.
Why?
So you need to move your vehicle out from your house. Okay?
So you're saying it's illegal for me to sit there?
Is there even a shoulder? You're parked in the grass. Is there even
It's
a
an
shoulder
easement,
there?
33 feet from the center line.
Okay, trailer.
Are you giving me a
You're
lawful
free to
command?
go. You can go, or you can wait for the supervisor to come.
I'm going to wait
Like
for the
it.
supervisor.
Please do. Don't go back in your vehicle
Why can't I go back in my vehicle?
because I'm standing out here and I don't know what's in your vehicle.
So once again, once the supervisor leaves and you leaves, am I allowed to sit there and stay there? That's a simple yes or no question.
Why are you sitting here?
I am working.
Okay.
The officer clearly needed to revisit the Constitution, though it's doubtful he had ever read it. The investigator was now ready to expose the officer's ignorance.
You've came here, you've required me to show ID when I didn't have to. I'm sitting on the side of the road, I haven't broken a law, and you abused your authority. That gun and that badge doesn't give you abusive rights.
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Do you have a house?
Do I have a house?
Do you live somewhere?
No, I live under a rock.
See, now you're being sarcastic, and I'm just asking you honest questions. You're
What
getting
do you
upset. I'm not even
think?
saying anything. So you live in a house? You got private property, right? So you, in your experience,
Yeah.
if somebody was parked right in front of your house like that vehicle is,
Yeah.
would that rouse your suspicion?
Perhaps, yeah.
Would you call law enforcement?
No.
You'd probably go out and handle it yourself.
Probably.
Would you arm yourself and go out there and do it?
May or may not.
Okay, well, not everyone has that courage, sir. They're not as brave as you. So that's when they call us, because this is who we swore our oath to, the citizens of El Paso
Okay.
County.
The investigator made it clear officers swear an oath to protect, not violate people's rights, as the deputy had done in this case. Despite the deputy's attempts to laugh it off and provoke him, the investigator refused to let the situation de-escalate.
Do you think this is funny, Deputy?
No, I do not think
Let's
this is
make it
funny.
serious.
I
Let's
don't
look.
think
Let's
this is
talk to
funny
each
at all.
other, two gentlemen, okay? You do understand the Fourth Amendment, right, Deputy? What does the Fourth Amendment guarantee?
I'm not going to sit here. You're,
See, you don't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
talk
sit here
about
and
something
have
you're
this
going to lose at.
But you keep shutting me down. I'm trying to explain to you what's
No,
going
you're
on.
not.
and
You're
not
avoiding it. I'm answering your questions, and you don't want to answer mine. Go
I'm trying to
ahead.
explain this very nicely to you, sir.
Suspicion.
I have, and that's all I need.
That-
Reasonable suspicion that a crime is or about or has been committed.
Am I in
I not
bizarro
explaining
world, or is this deputy not understanding the English language? Okay, listen to me once again. In order to require me to ID myself, see,
This
you don't want to
conversation's
listen.
going in circles.
No, 'cause you're not
You're
listening.
standing here for the supervisor. I don't particularly want to talk to you anymore. You're free to get in your car and leave.
No,
If you
see,
want to get in your
you're
car, you
not
can
listening.
leave, or you can wait for the supervisor.
The deputy clearly did not understand that mere suspicion is not enough to detain someone. Reasonable, articulable suspicion is required. The investigator then posed another question, and once again, the crooked cop had no answer.
You have no control or
Then
custody
leave.
over me.
You're not coming
I don't.
near me.
You don't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you, you're not coming near me. You're gonna.
I'm not coming near you.
Leave, sir.
I'm looking to see what this deputy. Make sure you don't get a rifle and shoot me. You know, you cops aren't known for shooting people. You want to say suspicion. Suspicion is not a crime. Loitering, which is also contempt of cop, that standard's also not met, because under the Florida statute, you must give me a reason to articulate why I'm in the area I am. I explained to you that I'm an investigator and I'm working. I can tell by your body language, man. I'm a certified interrogator. I've been doing this job for 16 years. All right? Look at your body.
Yeah,
Look at
I
your
mean,
body
you
language.
can't have a conversation. I
Really?
tried to have a conversation. with you.
What are we doing
And
now?
all you're doing is jumping up and down. You're
I'm
getting all
jumping up and
upset.
down.
You don't know anything. You're being insulting. You're being rude. But you want me to be nice to you. That's
I'm not
how want
asking
this
you to be. I'm not
two-way,
asking you to be
right?
nice. You
Okay.
haven't been nice to me. You violated my Fourth Amendment. You're telling me what to do and what I can't do. You told me I can't stay there when I have every legal right to sit there. See, you think that's all okay. Because once again, you have that gun and that badge, and you think that gives you the right to tell people what to do when you have no legal authority to do so.
The deputy was clearly out of his depth, and continuing the conversation seemed pointless, so the investigator decided to wait in his car, but the deputy found yet another issue with that.
But I'm gonna just go wait up at my vehicle.
Yeah,
I
sir,
don't
listen to me. Do not go. I do not know what's in
I
your
didn't say
vehicle.
in. I did not say
You're
in.
gonna either wait here or you're gonna leave. You're not going in that near
I
that
said I'm
vehicle.
just gonna go stand
You're
over
not
there.
going near that vehicle. I do not know what's in that vehicle, and the way you're acting right now, I don't trust you. You're gonna either stand here, wait for the supervisor, or you're gonna tell me you're gonna leave, and then we're gonna get in our car and leave.
Am I being detained?
How would you like to? What did I just tell you? You can leave, but then we're leaving. That's the bottom line. If you're going back to the vehicle, we're gonna get
Go
out.
ahead and leave. I'll wait for the supervisor.
She's not coming up here by herself. I can tell you that right now. She's not, and I would not allow her
I'm
to come
such
up
a
here by
scary
herself.
guy. Is it okay if I put my ID back in my wallet?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have no weapons on me.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna make any further
Absolutely.
movements. Make sure you don't pull your weapon and shoot. Okay.
Absolutely, sir. You can put your ID back in your pocket.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. I'm gonna move now. Okay.
Okay.
It's crazy how these officers continue to violate people's rights under the guise of officer safety. Despite being armed and outnumbering the individual, they seem to be far too intimidated by him to back down.
Has this officer explained to you what's happened?
It's my understanding someone called in about your vehicle being parked on private property.
Okay.
All right. And then that you weren't happy with the way they were handling it. And
Okay.
So they called me.
May I ask you, is what I'm doing sitting here, is that a crime?
If this is private property, yes.
Okay. It's public easement, is it not?
Without looking at,
You know what public easement is,
I know what an
correct?
easement is,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Now, you're a sergeant, so I know you've been on the force for a while.
Correct.
I'm sure, although not semantically accurate with the law, you're probably accurate enough to know how far easement goes off the road. And the fact that someone pulled right off the shoulder is on public easement. I mean, if you would give me that much? Okay.
The sergeant arrived, and although she was much more ready to listen to what the investigator had to say, she wasn't going to side with the truth.
Where I draw the issue is when this deputy over here demanded under the threat of arrest for me to ID myself, when I clearly articulated to this deputy, by the U.S. Constitution, I'm guaranteed a Fourth Amendment right. Not only that, under Florida statute and Florida Constitution, under Florida statute, he must either have RAS or PC that I've either committed a crime or about to commit a crime.
I'm going to stand over here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So when we make contact with someone, that's the first thing we do is identify them so we know who we're out with.
That's your
okay?
policy. I agree with that. But again, I'm talking about the law when he has a right to demand under the color of authority code, U.S. Code 18, Section 242, which is deprivation of rights under the color of law. When you all put that badge on and take an oath, you become what's under the color of law. You have authority given to you.
I understand.
And he must meet certain requirements in order to use that authority under the color of law.
It turned out the supervisor wasn't any better, and things quickly went from bad to worse for the investigator.
And actually, under the law, if I'm not allowed to tell law enforcement, I can get in trouble with the law if I tell you who I'm working.
I don't.
Statute
Well-
493.
Well, I know in the past when we
What?
have a.
I never asked.
I'm sorry.
I never asked you where you're working.
Okay, would you like me to stop the
All right,
video?
hold on.
You want to stand fast
Hey,
on that, deputy?
Listen, I'm standing here to help. Okay, just
Yeah, but he just told a lie.
okay. Well, I know in the past when people are working as a private investigator, they will call our communications
yes.
to let them know I'm out here at this address, so we don't get calls like this, right? So
and
we could have avoided this whole
Well,
situation.
no, that's not necessarily true, and you are correct. That's something we normally do. It is a courtesy. It's not a requirement.
Right.
Nothing's going to come of it. All right. I've been doing my activism for years, and you know, it's not a thin blue line. It's a thick line. I used to be part of it. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But I have an issue. I want this gentleman count. I explained to him, it's not that I don't want to give you my ID, but because I'm an activist, I stand firm on my constitutional rights. I explained to him about the Fourth Amendment, and I explained he doesn't have a legal right to demand my ID.
We're here for a call. We're here for a purpose. It's not like this was a self-initiated call. We got a call from a citizen. We have a legal right to be here.
Yes.
The sergeant seemed completely clueless, and despite being educated by the citizen, she continued to side with her corrupt deputy.
For a Terry stop, okay?
This isn't a Terry stop.
Exactly. It wasn't a traffic, and I'm not required to produce ID. This is not a stop and ID state. In the state of Florida, under statute, in order for me to be required to ID myself, you must either suspect me of committing a crime or about to commit a crime, and you must either have PC of that or RAS. He kept on saying his reasonable suspicion was just suspicion. That's what he thinks his standard is for me to be required to ID. And I asked him, sir, suspicion of what crime?
Yes, I would like to, at this point, move on, though, and try to get this resolved. I'm sure you obviously have a job to do, right?
Yeah,
You're on.
but how's it going to be resolved? I would like acknowledgement, and if you don't feel comfortable, I'd like for you to say so for the record.
Oh, you're not being detained, but anytime, like on a traffic stop, when we approach a vehicle and someone needs to get something out of their vehicle, we walk
Yeah,
with
but
them
it's over
for-
with. He was done with me. He said I couldn't get back in my vehicle until he left. He doesn't have any right to control me
Okay.
like that.
All right, like I said, you're here on a job, and I know you said you won't tell us who you work for or whatever. Is there any way that we can confirm that you're here doing a private investigate? Or
I gave my
you're-
investigator's license.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
It is incredibly difficult to get a police officer to admit wrongdoing. The investigator kept voicing his concerns, but the corrupt sergeant remained stubborn, continuing to flex her authority.
Oh, so since some
Right, like I
rehash
said, I
here,
want to
man.
move forward at this point and try to
Yeah.
resolve it. Obviously, like I said, they were here on a call. She's, a mom, young kids. She's saying, I guess there's a bus
I
stop
have
right
no
down here.
problem with none of that.
So when they show up and make contact with you, they have a right to ask for your identification.
Ask. They have a right to ask. He does not have a right to threaten me with arrest, which he did.
Well, honestly, right when they show up on a call and they ask for your ID and you refuse to give it to them when they're here for a lawful reason, that could be considered resisting without. That is an arrestable offense.
I know the subsection for resisting without violence. It's not. I have 2 cases going to the Florida Supreme Court.
Okay.
One of them is over this very same matter, which I'm about to sue the state for $5 million. All right, so I think I'm pretty well versed on what I'm doing.
The female supervisor was clearly no match for this fierce citizen, who soon realized he wouldn't get anything out of this.
The U.S. Constitution and being a servant to the citizens, I expect you to uphold the law because you guys take every opportunity to say that I'm enforcing the law. But when I see officers break the law, they're not so quick to stand fast on it. And that's what that deputy has done. He has broken the law by violating my constitutional rights. And I know that's maybe all, we can just brush that aside, that's no big deal. We're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm asking you to really look deep into it, what I'm saying. We're losing our way in this country, deputy. I'd like you to research the law, and if you verify what I said is true, I want him counseled. I will be doing a PRR on his video and audio, and I will be filing an internal affairs complaint because I believe I'm steadying my claim. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Is it okay for me to go to my vehicle? Okay.
This guy was 100% grounded in the law, standing up for his rights and what he believed was the truth. This is how every citizen should handle their interactions with the police. He continued to file a complaint against the deputy, and it is highly likely he will also pursue a lawsuit against the deputy and the city. While this cop messed with the wrong person, this next tyrant made an even bigger mistake.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased. What up, sir? Put this motherfucker in park.
In May 2023, Deputy Creech of the Galveston County Sheriff's Office flagged down Mr. Sanyal, who was approaching a roadblock in the middle of the road. While it seemed like a normal stop at first, things were about to escalate quickly.
Watch out, Haley.
Yeah.
All right. Just bring it out here to where this wreck is.
be obnoxious.
All right, just I'll call you back. Well, yeah, there's a police car right in the middle of the road.
What's going on?
And you're hauling some of me. Where's your driver's license?
My driver's license is in my wallet, but I'm trying to get home. Right here. What's going on? Why is the road blocked?
Do you see lights and police cars at the roadblock and you think you're going to drive through it?
I'm going normal speed, but what's going on?
Normal speed, there's a car in the lane of traffic.
I know, why is there a car in the lane of traffic?
Mr. Sanyal was confused by the situation and calmly asked the deputy about what was happening. However, the deputy misinterpreted his questions and, instead of providing clarity, took actions that escalated the situation in an unexpected and troubling direction.
Is that your concern?
Absolutely. It's obviously on the opposite.
You ready to go to jail?
Sir, please,
Sir, please what? How about you come stand in the middle of the road and let a car come hauling at you?
I'm going at like 40 miles an hour, man.
Get out.
Report police lights.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Sir.
Get out of the car.
Get out.
Can I ask you what's going on? Hey.
Get out of the car.
I'm recording all that.
Get out of the car.
Dude, please, I'm putting my wallet in my pocket.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased.
What sir?
Put this motherfucker in port.
Man.
Probably one of the worst police interactions you'd ever see. Deputy Creech is definitely one of the worst pigs to ever wear this uniform. And surprisingly, this gets even worse.
I have been going the speed limit. Ow! Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
You're going to jail.
Without any warning, the deputy tases Mr. Sanyal, and to make matters worse, he cuts off his body camera. Later, he threw the individual on the pavement, smashing his face into the gravel as he placed his entire body weight on him.
Select your requested waiver.
You can request it. Request a claim.
Uber driver. Yeah, almost ran us over.
The deputy attempts to mock him by claiming him to be an Uber driver, and also says that he almost ran the cops over when clearly he slowed down in time. Keep watching as the deputy continues to lie.
Okay, but you're okay.
Nope, keep falling. He is the Uber driver that tried to run us over.
Moving on, these officers picked the wrong guy to mess with, and their actions ended up costing the city a $20 million lawsuit.
You like to go to jail for obstruction? You get me?
Obstruction to physical thing. What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
Cops are meant to uphold the law, but some abuse their power unlawfully detaining innocent people. Today we're looking at cases where corrupt officers mess with the wrong people and face the consequences.
We're gonna see what the federal court got to say about it.
Okay. You have that right.
Oh, absolutely I do.
On February 24th, 2024, the Garden of Eden Foundation held a charitable event at which hundreds of people drove high-end cars to support the cause. During the rally, an Okeechobee sheriff's deputy pulled over one of the participants.
I got you going 63. It's a 35 through town. All you guys are hauling ass down the road because you got you standing.
Sorry,
you know what y'all are doing.
No,
Yeah, you do.
It was a speed limit.
You got your license?
Her license?
Yeah, her license too. I'm required. Everybody in the car. So you're going 63 in a 35 mile an hour zone.
I apologize. We didn't realize there was a speed limit. We thought because it was faster over there.
10-4, the blue Lamborghini right in front of you and the other one that just pulled in. These other cars, I don't know how fast they were going. Stay in the car.
After 10 minutes, the female deputy wrote a speeding ticket and went over to give it to the driver. However, by this time, a massive crowd had assembled, and among them was former NFL Hall of Fame and Super Bowl champion Warren Sapp.
Alright, come over here. Alright, I'm I'm giving you a citation, okay? 63 and a 35. That's unacceptable, man. That's almost double the speed limit.
Like I said, we're part of the rally. We're
I
having
understand
fun.
you can be part of the rally, or you can live in town. I completely understand, but going almost double the speed limit's a little unacceptable.
No, like you said, he was a faster speed over there, and then we.
You can take it to court. I don't mind going to court. It's my job. All right?
Is this a point?
Yeah. Unless you want to fight it, you're more than welcome to. All right? But it's a $248 ticket.
But this is points, though, right?
Yes.
But if you do the traffic school, it takes the points off. Okay?
So I have a clean license, right?
It doesn't matter. I understand
It's kind of
that,
worth
like
at least
I
the
said,
consideration.
with the
There's not
amount
many of us.
with the amount of traffic, I'm trying to educate you, man, and
It's
with
okay.
the amount of traffic that's coming
And
through town.
63 is not double 35.
The law gentleman got this.
63 is what I got in my
Warren finally appears, objecting to the ticket given to the individual. As the traffic stop is over, he can say anything he wants, but these dumb cops are about to escalate the situation.
That's not double 35.
Go ahead and take it to court because it's on my
No, it's
body
not
camera.
double, but
Okay, but you're almost double. Okay, but you're going over the speed limit.
I got that, but you
Okay.
said doubling the speed limit.
Okay.
You didn't double the speed limit.
Okay, well I got him.
They're exaggerating. like
Okay,
that.
well I got him, and I wrote for what I got was
I got you, but
63.
you said I should
Okay,
know.
so I said what I said, but I didn't write him for double, did I? I wrote him for
No,
what I
but
got.
what you're saying is incorrect.
But just for future reference, through this
You'd like to be correct, that's all. Factual. Hold on, I'm stopping what?
You guys have
No,
no
no, what? You was telling me to do what? What you mean, stop what?
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious.
Want to go to jail today?
Dead ass serious.
63, but I don't know.
Would you like to go to jail for obstruction?
How do you get me?
Obstruction is a physical thing.
I have
I'm not
a
in jail.
Would you like to go to jail for obstruction?
Obstruction is a physical thing.
Would you like to go to jail?
The superstar was simply minding his business, exercising his constitutional right, but the officer, feeling their ego being bruised, did something shocking.
You do know that, right?
I know the law.
Obstruction is a physical thing. What did I do that physically
You're obstructing her from doing her job.
What did I physically do? It's a physical action.
No, you're not either.
Obstruction is a physical action.
If you don't
Not
see your
freedom
name
of
on
speech. Not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitutionally protected, right? Yeah, that's right.
Alright,
What's
now
your
it's my
name,
turn.
Basil?
Satellite 588.
588.
If you don't bring me your name during an investigation, that's obstruction. What's your name?
What's your name and badge number?
Coon Fair, 734.
Coon Fair.
Alright, yeah.
734.
Yeah.
Detain for what?
I'll take that.
Just like that, Warren Sapp was arrested for obstructing official business and was handcuffed. This blatant violation of rights was about to get even worse as the case progressed.
What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? I'm listening. What am I being detained for? Please report. What am I being detained for?
We got cameras just like you got.
No, hey, is it rolling?
Everything's rolling, yeah.
I got you.
Audio, video,
You
recording.
ain't gotta hold me that hard, brother. I'm right here. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm just standing here. Why you gotta grab me like that? What am I being detained for?
I'll explain that in a second, sir.
You know this is affecting the arrest.
This is a detainment.
No, you're applying force right now.
No, I'm not.
You still ain't answered about the detainment, sir.
You're being detained, and I'll answer that in just a second. What are you detaining?
Hold on. No, wait. This is gonna be fun.
Everyone
It's
needs
gonna
to
be fun.
step back.
You need some tape, don't you? Here you go. You know this is force, right? 1983 lawsuit. Deprivation of rights under the color of law. I haven't done anything. Not a thing.
Turns out, Warren knows far more about the law than these incompetent officers. They had no reasonable articulable suspicion for the arrest, and they still did not know who they had just taken into custody.
Hold on. He's gonna answer that for us, right, officer? Why are you arrested? You know it's illegal for you to watch him do this. Yeah, I am. Right? This is force. This is force. Absolutely. What am I being detained for?
Until I can get your name, that's what we're going to do. You're being detained.
What am I being detained for? Hold on. You didn't explain it. What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for?
Okay, I was talking.
No, I'm asking. What am I being detained for? I can resist the unlawful arrest, but I'm not. On Supreme Court, I have handcuffs on me, and you haven't told me why am I being detained. Why am I being detained? I can stand right here. I'm not being detained. I'm being detained. I'm just standing here. Why would I get anybody in your car?
Because I'm surrounded by about 20, 30, 40
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a safe situation.
It's a safe situation. Ain't nobody doing anything.
Obstruction requires a physical act, but these officers tried to twist Warren's freedom of speech into an obstruction charge. These tyrants desperately need a refresher on the Constitution.
Talking to two other officers. I don't have to answer you. I'm not getting in the car. I'm
Get back.
That's all I want to know. Where's the
Sit
supervisor?
down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
That's you?
You have anything in your pockets?
I don't search. I don't consent to any searches.
Oh, you are detained.
I am being detained for what? Where's the supervisor? Please,
Stand up.
please. No, I'm good. Right? You told me to sit.
up.
You told me to sit. I'm gonna sit.
Stand up.
You told me to sit. I'm gonna sit.
Stand
You
up.
can you get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
It is mandatory for the police officers to call for a supervisor when asked. However, these dumb cops even ignored this request as they went on to lock him up in the back of a police cruiser.
Stand up.
Brother, I don't consent to any searches.
You are detained.
For what?
Because you have
For what?
trusted.
That's why I'm at. For what?
Incident to arrest.
Who?
Incident to arrest.
What is that? What is that? You said I'm being detained. I'm asking you, why am I being detained? Can I get a
already told
supervisor?
you why.
Why?
You have
Because I didn't give you my name?
You need to give
You
us a
said
name.
because I didn't know.
Yes,
I don't.
yes, you do.
I have the right to
When
remain
I ask you
silent.
to leave
Sir,
and move
sir,
back, and
sir,
you do not.
sir, none of
Yes.
that was asked to me.
Stand up. Stand up. I need to
Supervisor, please.
stand up.
Give me a supervisor,
All right,
please.
you're under
Give me a
arrest.
supervisor,
You are under
please.
arrest.
I'm in the car.
Stand up.
I'm already in
Stand
the car.
up. Stand up.
I'm already in the car, sir. Can I get a
Stand
supervisor?
up. I need to search
Can I
your
get a
pockets.
supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? He asked me to sit in the car, so I sat.
Hi, brother. What's going on, man?
I asked him, why am I being detained?
Wouldn't give me his name. That's obstruction.
Eventually, a sergeant arrives and calmly speaks with Warren, even allowing him to search. But it is only then that another officer finally recognizes who he is.
I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons.
Can't really hear you.
I don't have any weapons, sir. I don't have any weapons.
We need you to scoot in as fast as you can, all right?
Can I sit right here? I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
You have his camera? I gave him there. Oh, good. That'll be evidence.
I don't know a lot of snakes. They made for a big guy, and they did nothing against the law.
That seat's annoying, sorry. I can't help it.
They did nothing for nobody.
Right. What is It's all right. Let it go.
Whose car is this?
I don't know whose car this is. This is my car.
You know who he is? Who is that?
That's Warren South.
Who?
That's Warren South.
Okay, well, he wouldn't give me his name. Yeah. That's Warren South.
NFL player.
Good.
Turn on your airbag. So you don't get mad. Hey, what is going on?
All right.
Let me put my air on before he gets upset.
If a well-known celebrity is treated poorly like this, you can only guess how ordinary, normal citizens are treated by these officers in this country. A female officer then escorts him to the police station.
Now, you're not gonna let me speak to the supervisor.
I've just tried.
He's not.
Okay, I was told.
He said what?
I was told to take
He said
you.
what?
I
No.
was told to take
He
you.
said what?
You already
What-
spoke
what
to
is
that
my
guy.
charge?
Okay.
What is my charge? What is my charge? Please.
696
I'm observing my government official at work, and they arrest me for obstruction. I asked a question.
You did, and I'm just transporting you.
Give me your name. I'm not giving you my name.
You don't have to, and that's fine.
That's what he arrested. That's what he grabbed me for, baby.
Okay, well, you were also arguing at that point
Whoa. Arguing what?
with me.
No. We was just having a discussion about you saying double.
Okay, and I wrote
And it
him
wasn't
for.
double. That's
Okay.
all. I mean, and that was an easy discussion.
And it was, and I told you, but then
his
you
whole
kept
thing was,
going.
he said,
Okay.
no,
Now, it's good to see that the former Super Bowl champ knows his rights and is also vocal about them. The officer who arrested him should be fired. Blatant abuse of power.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
I am, absolutely.
What law did I break?
And you want to know what law I enforce? I enforced the traffic stop that I was working on. Okay. And what happened after you? Good.
You said doubling the speed limit.
Cool, but I wrote him for what he went. And then the arresting officer. Okay.
That you
All right.
did something wrong. You
I'm
just said
arguing
it wrong.
for.
Just said it wrong. That was all.
Okay.
Did y'all stop that body cam?
This is still rolling.
No, mine.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to use that. I don't want to mess with it. Come here, bud. Right here.
I just asked what law, bro.
I know, it's right there.
That's all I asked. What law,
Okay.
bro?
All right.
As easy as it is.
Are you gonna give me your name or no? Okay. He's not gonna give a name, so put him in a cell until he wants to give you a name.
And at this point, the officers now realized who they arrested. The same sergeant who initially refused to talk to Warren now rushed into the detention center in order to speak with him. Realizing their huge mistake, these cops were now scrambling to fix it.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, no, definitely not going to argue with you.
You'll have your day in court. I understand that. So.
Oh, no, because I just had my rights violated. Your officer said to me, do you want to go to jail? First thing he said out of his mouth to me. I said, excuse me? What's your name? So I laughed. Because I do have a right to remain silent, right? I have the right, 4th and 5th Amendment, right?
Yes, you absolutely have a right to remain silent. But you don't have the right to interject yourself into an investigation.
Interject myself?
Yeah, were you in the vehicle that had been stopped?
No, sir.
No.
I mean, his body cam was on and everything, right?
Correct.
That's all I need. All the officers that was there, body cam and all that good stuff. And
yeah, it'll all be in there. And
the 1983 deprivation of rights, my 1st, my 4th, and my 5th.
Yeah. Warren quickly called out the officer's mistake, leaving him fumbling for pathetic excuses. Somehow, people attending a charity event were considered threatening. The former NFL star wasn't going to let go of this without a fight, and he made his intentions very clear to the sergeant. A massive lawsuit was headed their way, and they knew it. Shortly after, Warren was released and the charges were dropped, all thanks to his celebrity status. Despite this, he filed a civil rights lawsuit, demanding $20 million in damages from the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office. As the lawsuit begins, we hope that the corrupt deputy who arrested Warren will also be held accountable. Now moving on, here is another instance where an officer was owned as she messed with the wrong auditor.
You claim to defend women, and I feel like now you're harassing me.
In December of 2024, First Amendment Auditor Leroy visited the Union City Police Department to investigate allegations of nepotism and corruption in handling pistol permit. Wasting no time, he directly confronted the police chief's wife.
Some questions for Michelle Zerone there. Can I ask her? I need to ask her some questions. Oh, hey there. Ask some questions. Good you got your body cam on, Oprah that. And some questions about, number one, the gun permit situation. Now, you're married to Chief Ficini, and is that correct?
So do you want a gun application form on how to do it?
Well, I want to know what kind of collusion.
Work-related.
I want.
Is it work-related?
But this is absolutely work-related. I want to know if you're in collusion with your husband on who to give permits to, or who. Hold on, I'm not done talking. Who to give gun permits to, and who to deny gun permits to.
You claim to defend women, and I feel like now you're harassing me.
Oh, so now you're a sergeant, police sergeant, and you just said because you're a woman, you're a police sergeant. I don't look at you as a woman or a man. I look at you as a police sergeant.
Michelle Zerone, the police chief's wife, wasted no time playing the victim card, trying to paint herself as a victim of harassment by the auditor.
Anything work-related.
So listen, she just pulled female harassment because I'm asking her a question of nepotism and possible collusion between her and her husband when it comes to gun permits.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You can try it online and see how it works.
I already have people.
It goes through the state police.
No, I don't need it.
Once you need it, there you go.
No, I don't want it. I already have people who have told me, and they're alleging that you're in collusion with your husband, Chief Anthony Ficini. This is Sergeant Michelle Zerone Ficini. That you're in collusion with him, and you decide who's going to get them and who doesn't together, which is a major conflict of interest.
Did you say so?
Leroy made some bold claims, and Michelle's reaction spoke volume. Corruption was likely happening in the department. Instead of answering, she chose to walk away.
There's no Detective Contreras here.
All right, so what was her name? The woman that had an argument with you and you got really upset and you told your husband to remove her from the record room? There was someone in the record room here that I was told was just that you just had removed because you had a mean girls fight with them.
Is there anything else I can help you?
Well, that's my question.
Okay, then that's not work related.
Of course, it's work related. It's someone who is in this office working with you. So, can you believe? Then she walks away, and she's a coward like her husband. And then she just pulled this out of thin air. Disgusting. She needs to go. Chief Ficini needs to resign. Sergeant Michelle Zerone Ficini needs to resign. The corruption here is so deep, and of course, Mayor Brian Stack needs to resign.
As if walking away wasn't enough, the cowardly officer pressed the panic button, summoning police backup, all because of a guy with a camera.
Her as a female, I had a question for her, and she says, "Oh, you say you support women, you're harassing me, your husband harassing the female." No, you're a police officer. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I'm asking you questions as part of your duty. Hey, did they call the whole gang up here now? Hey.
I don't know. That's how you doing, all right?
Good. Hey, good.
So if it's anything having to do with the record,
what a liar.
I will help him. But if he's gonna come here and harass me, then I.
That's not harassment.
Okay.
Sergeant.
Is it about them? Is it about business?
Absolutely, it's about business. Of course it is. I'm an investigative journalist, and so I'm not going to get into it with you, but I have very very important questions. I needed answers as to that. There's allegations that her and Ficini, they collude. And Ficini, let me see this alone, because you all see this video.
One of the responding officers happened to be a good friend of Leroy's and knew he was a serious journalist. Leroy made his case, making it clear that he had done nothing wrong.
So there's an absolutely relevant business here. And for her to claim harassment is disgusting. I mean, it's just absolutely off the wall. And she's trying to play this harassment card now. So that shows me she's hiding things, obviously. Otherwise, she would have just answered. She could say, this never happened. Even though I've had a number of people come to me and say that they've been unlawfully denied gun permits because of the collusion and conflict of interest between Sergeant Zerone Ficini and Chief Ficini.
So
they do it
feel
together.
that for some apparent reason, their applications aren't getting the attention that they deserve?
Yeah, because they're in collusion with each other.
Other girls?
No, I'm going to honor you because I believe the office is just closed, so I'm going to honor that. So I was done. I mean, I was leaving, but when I saw you all here,
And if you want to, next time, there's other girls there that can help you out.
well, but
And they're competent, they're really good.
All right, but she's the one who has the answers because she's the one accused of corruption. So I'm not going to ask someone else in there about her corruption. I'm going to ask her.
She might be, in their feeling,
But she's not. You're not Phoenix police. She's not Phoenix police.
we're not, yeah.
She's a public official, and I have a right to ask her as an investigative journalist. Yeah.
Next up, this idiot cop thought this auditor had no rights and made quite a joke of himself.
And what law is that?
That's my facility.
I'm willing to go to jail to defend my rights.
What rights do you have?
Police officers are often criticized for breaking the very laws they swear to uphold. Today we will look at cases where corrupt cops realized they were being recorded and instantly went on a rampage. Stay tuned until the end because the last case will leave you stunned. On August 6, 2023, a First Amendment auditor was filming outside of the Durham Regional Police Station when 4 officers came over to him and immediately started to intimidate him.
Can I ask what we're doing here?
Let's take some pictures of video.
Of what though?
Everything I can
Police
see.
facility?
Everything I can see.
The property. And there's a lot of things that happen here that are police related that can't be removed and such.
What law is that?
That's the general law. It's trespassing.
What law is it?
It's a general law.
So me filming in there is trespassing?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
O'Connor.
And your name?
Higgins.
What's your name, sir?
Quigley.
Your name, sir?
Quivertans.
You guys agree with what he just said? I'm not allowed to film whatever I can see from public?
In a private facility? No. In a police facility? No.
Whatever I can see from public, I can film, sir. Are you guys gonna back him up on that, or?
The auditor was filming a public building and had every right to be there, but Sergeant O'Connor, who clearly had no clue about the law, was set to make things incredibly tough for him.
For you to go, am I being detained?
No.
I'm free to go, right?
Yes.
Then I'm free to stay as well, right?
Well, and we'll stay right here with you.
It's a good use of your time.
No, it's a very good use of our time.
Oh,
Still private property in the visitors parking.
it's visitors parking.
Still private property.
Trust me, I've been through this with many other departments.
Okay.
You want to keep going this way? I recommend not to, bro.
I don't care. I'll stay in here as long as I have to.
I know all my laws and all my rights.
Do you?
Yeah. You standing here is just making yourself look like, a bad guy. What are you doing?
Not really.
You know what he's talking about. First he told me I can't film in there and that it would be trespassing.
Yeah,
now you're saying that I can, but you're just gonna sit here.
You can't film within our facilities.
Are you gonna arrest me if I do, sir? Okay, then I can.
The officers knew he wasn't breaking any law, yet instead of moving on, they wasted taxpayer dollars, continuing to intimidate a man who knew more about the law than all of them combined.
Be more professional.
I'll be professional when you leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Trust me, I'll be here long before you leave.
Is there something you're looking for in particular?
Because I feel like I'm being threatened.
No, you're not being
I'm
threatened.
being harassed.
We're having a conversation,
My
right?
Canadian right to film in public, whatever I can see from public, including private property. That's my Canadian right. I can do that. I don't have to answer any of your questions. I don't have to cooperate in your little investigation here. I don't have to do any of that. I'm glad your body cameras are on, and you might learn a lesson here today. You might get a little bit educated. Next time you see somebody out filming, maybe go up to them and say, hey man, how's it going? Beautiful facility, huh? Would you like to take some pictures of my squad car?
Sergeant O'Connor proved to be the most clueless of them all. He kept asking ridiculous questions and got schooled by the auditor, who completely took him to the cleaners.
Still back. So if I film in there, what are you gonna do? You told me I can't do it. You said it's common law, quote unquote. It's common law. I can't film into your facility.
Yes, because there's police techniques.
Am I breaking common law right now? I'm zooming in. Am I breaking common law right now, sir?
In my mind, yes.
Okay, and what law is that?
That's my law. That's my facility.
Would you like to arrest me, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay, then what are you trying to accomplish here, bud?
Nothing. I'm standing here with you.
I'm willing to go to jail to defend my rights.
What rights do you have?
I have the right to film in public. Just like I can lay a pray mat out right here and pray to Allah. I have that right. That's my Canadian Charter rights. I have the right to call you jackass and give you the middle finger.
Yes, you do.
That's Canadian Charter rights, section 2.
Turns out the sergeant doesn't care about citizens' rights. After making a fool of himself, he shamelessly continues to lie about everything.
Body camera footage, then that one, and that one, and that one. Okay. Anything you guys conspired before walking up to me, anything you conspire after, I'll have all of that. So don't mute it. Appreciate it. That's another Canadian right of mine.
What's that?
The freedom to your information.
Yeah, Freedom of Information Act, yeah.
Yeah. You want me to leave?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
Because I don't like you filming the police station.
Well, you're at work right now, right?
Yes, I am.
Under the color of law? Am I breaking the law?
No.
Then why do you want me to leave?
Because I don't feel the need for you to be filming a police station when there's police techniques that are involved.
That has nothing to do with you.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
I work here. It does.
That has nothing to do with you. I can be on this public easement all I want. Why don't you just leave me alone, Higgins?
The officers weren't just intimidating a law-abiding citizen, they were also disrupting traffic, forcing cars to cross solid lines.
Find all of this back and see all the things that you tried to tell me at the beginning of this interaction that weren't true and that were unlawful. And you're trying to tell me, you're trying to bully me away from me. Yeah, you were. You were. Yeah. You thought that I didn't know my rights. You thought that I wouldn't know what I was talking about. You thought that I wouldn't know.
Don't care if you know what you're talking about.
You picked the wrong one today, O'Connor.
Sounds like they're called to restrain somebody. I heard that they confronted
I would suggest you go back to work. Seems like that guy just committed a traffic violation.
Which one?
It's on the silver right there.
What did you do?
You got it on camera.
What did you do?
How long until you guys just do the walk of shame and realize I'm not going to go anywhere? It could have been the walk of honor. If you came and, gave me some respect and told me what I'm doing isn't illegal and I can film in there all I want, I would have told you my name. I'm going to look that up. I'd probably file my own complaint on you.
For what?
For giving me unlawful orders.
Did I tell you to leave yet? Have I asked you to leave? Have I told you?
Did you tell me if I film in there it's breaking the law?
I said it's
yes, you did.
Common law, yes. Because
Thanks.
there's police techniques.
Keep talking.
That can't be
You have the right to remain silent, O'Connor. Keep talking yourself into a hole. You have the right to remain silent, brother. Please, exercise your Canadian rights.
The sergeant must have realized he had made a huge mistake beefing with this auditor, but things were about to get even worse as he started to make fun of the corrupt cop.
You have anything to drink tonight, sir?
Have you?
Are you okay, sir?
Yes, I am.
You need medical help?
No. You seem like you're a little offside, but...
Yeah. All right, O'Connor. So what's next? What are you going to tell me next?
Nothing. You're staying out.
You're going to suggest
right?
that I'm a little lopsided, I'm a little drunk, and you're going to try to arrest me? Huh?
So I'm asking you back.
What's next here, O'Connor? You know what?
I am the sergeant. I am the sergeant.
You are a sergeant?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Can I request your supervisor, O'Connor?
No. Chief isn't working today.
There's nobody above you on right now?
No.
You got stripes on that? You got stripes on that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. That's, wow. How did that happen?
Because I work hard.
Basic Canadian Charter rights.
The officers were now bullying the auditor as they stood right in front of his camera, blocking his view and refusing to leave him until he decided to go.
Do you want anything in particular? Just answer the question.
You enjoy the rest of your shift.
All right. Just stay off the property, man.
You guys go kick snow.
All right.
Okay?
If you need something particular, you let us know. Okay.
You have a good shift. Bye, O'Connor. Told you leave before me.
Apart from the sergeant, the other officers eventually leave the scene and the auditor. They all turned off their body cams, but Sergeant Higgins forgot to mute his, accidentally recording everything they said in private.
Hey? Sorry? No, there's nothing. He's not doing anything in violation. Well, that's up for debate, I guess, right? I don't know.
So if I sat outside of his place and videotaped his place, his cars, that's.
I don't know. So I'm trying to find a definitive answer, and nobody's picking up here.
So every car that comes through here, he's picking up. You can go sit out at your place and sit there and film your car.
Yeah, he's across the road. Yeah, he's just being a goof. But Grego won't let go. But, I mean, Grego won't let go. I'm just saying it's not worth our time. Like, just let's go.
Despite the cops realizing that he wasn't breaking any law, they kept questioning him and wasting his time. To make matters worse, O'Connor stuck around acting like a 9-year-old child.
I'm making sure you're safe. You're part of the community, you said, so I'm making sure you're safe. That's what I'm doing. I want to make sure you're safe. So I'm going to stand where I can make sure that you're safe.
Please stop coming up to me. I'm safe.
I'm making sure you're safe.
I'm on the public. Yes,
I have to make sure you're safe.
One thing clear for the camera.
Sir, you are part of the community. I am making sure you're safe. You are standing too close to the roadway. I'm afraid of you getting hit by a car. So I'm making sure you're safe. I'm a very visible presence. So I'm making sure that you are safe.
Please have a nice day, sir.
I gotta make sure you're safe. I'm not. I'm making sure you're safe because you're part of the community.
Stop harassing me.
You're part of the community, so I'm making sure you're safe.
This is exactly why there is a huge gap between law enforcement and the public. Sergeant O'Connor failed in his duty, choosing to harass and intimidate the auditor instead.
You guys are killing me.
Sorry?
What's your name, dude?
It's not funny, Higgins.
What's your name?
It's not funny.
Why don't you just tell me what you need?
My name, leave me alone.
I know, but this is getting a little ridiculous.
Just go away. I won't be too much longer. I'll film a little bit longer. Maybe I'll leave.
What do you want to film in particular? That's what I'm asking. Are you looking for something in particular?
Come up more professional next time and I'll give you an answer. Don't come up like this guy. Maybe you should have led the conversation, Higgins.
Just be careful, okay? Don't get
Higgins,
hit.
Please get him out of here.
He's
Higgins, you seem like a good guy, man. Get your
He's
dog.
An adult and sir, he can make up his own
Like
mind.
a good guy. Now show it.
Anyways.
Get this guy in.
Is there anything you need? If there's something you need, ask. Okay?
This was an officer's ego at its worst. He escalated a simple issue and ended up humiliating himself with these pathetic tactics.
Grego's an adult, so just the same. He wants to do it. Alright. That did. Yeah, man.
Crazy O'Connor, if I didn't say you were going to leave before me, you would have probably left by now. But because I said that,
No, I'm here to make you feel safe.
you can't take that
I'm
L.
here to make you feel safe.
You just can't leave.
I'm just making sure you're safe. That's all I'm doing. We leave at the same time. I'm fine with that. We're good. I'm just got to make sure that you're safe.
You just can't do the walk of shame, huh? Tried to come over here and bully me around, didn't work. I was scared to walk away.
I'm here to make
You're gonna stay here and hopefully you get something on me. Well, guess what? It's not gonna work, O'Connor.
I'm making sure you're safe. That's what I'm doing.
So what's gonna make what? You said I'm too close.
Well,
what if I step back?
If they come back.
What do you want me to do that will make you,
If you step
feel
back
me
a little
more
bit
safe?
off the roadway, that would be
If I step back, you're gonna leave me alone.
Yeah, if you step back and then you're safe, and then you don't come back up here, because then if you come back up here, then I gotta come back and make sure you're safe.
So if I walk down there, right there,
Sure, step back.
then you'll leave me alone, right?
That's on a hill, so don't do that because you might fall and hurt yourself.
Almost an hour had passed, yet the sergeant still refused to leave the auditor alone, completely neglecting any real police work. It is ridiculous how taxpayer money is funding this ego trip.
No, I want to make sure that you're safe.
You can't just let his ego go.
I don't have an ego. I just want to make sure you're
You
safe.
have the biggest ego. I've filmed hundreds of cops. Hundreds.
I just want to make sure you're safe. That's all I'm
Hundreds of
doing.
them. You have the biggest ego I've ever seen by far.
Okay. I'm just making sure you're safe. That's all I'm doing.
but you're really not.
No, I am. Because I'm a bigger
That's why
presence.
You came out here to begin with?
Well, I wanted to see what you're doing, what you're filming. What was the purpose of it?
For my safety at the beginning.
Well, no, because you were standing off the back of the road. You were standing way far back, but now
And
you're
now that I
real
knew
close.
my rights and didn't let you bully me, now you want to say.
No, you still don't know your rights, but you were further back from the roadway, so I was okay with that. But now that you're walking on it, you don't know them all, no.
Now, realizing that the sergeant was completely unhinged, the auditor decided to wrap things up. The situation had become frustrating and downright embarrassing with every passing minute.
Do you feel safe right now?
Have a good day, O'Connor.
Are you good?
Have a good day, O'Connor.
Are you safe?
Take a walk, O'Connor. Kick snow.
Are you safe?
Your fingers are getting a little close to mine.
Okay.
Please.
Are you safe? That's all I'm asking.
Have a good shift, O'Connor.
Are you safe is what I'm asking. Just say yes or no.
Take care, O'Connor.
Thanks for your step back.
Have a good one, O'Connor.
Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to my instructions. I appreciate it.
This was undoubtedly one of the worst police interactions ever caught on camera. The auditor eventually stepped back, but returned the next day to file a formal complaint against the officers involved. As of now, there have been no updates regarding the outcome of the complaint. Now, while this was painful to watch, these next cops had no clue that they were being recorded while they did the unthinkable.
Jerry, we're about to play a game of manhunt. I'm going to give you a 20-minute head start, and if I see you again, you're going to jail.
In August of 2024, a resident started to record when police officers detained a homeless man outside of the apartment building and then started to question him. The cops had their body cams off and were about to do something bizarre.
Even the guys in the cruise are coming.
Yeah, well, Jerry, I might be taking you to jail right now.
That's what I hear.
Here, give me one reason why I should take you to jail.
And you know who I'm going to see tomorrow?
Okay, hold on. How old are you?
You know
You don't
who
care
I'm
about
going to see
the kids.
tomorrow?
Jerry, you don't care about the kids. Don't play your kids. Don't play the kids for me. You don't. Because you'd much rather shoot up in a fucking alleyway than be a fucking parents. No, I wouldn't. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
Garrett, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know how many times a day we were that shit? You won't see me again. Garrett, I swear to God.
Garrett, I guarantee I'll bet $100 on my paycheck. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
See me in the morning.
Pick up that needle cap.
I'm going to see you
After
tomorrow.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
See? 3 o'clock.
I gotta get my bags to my brother's house.
The officers were dealing with the guy quite casually, and it was clear that they knew him pretty well.
What's the address of the It's 289 across the street.
Yeah. Why are you talking to me? Oh,
Put it in the trash.
yeah, so someone else can get fucking jacked while you're discussing the shit.
It's not mine. I swear to God that one was not mine.
Here, people leave pretty carefully. Dude, I can't let your kids eat homework right now, not shooting up in a fucking dumpster.
I gotta get that.
You love your kids, you wouldn't be awake right now.
Garrett, Manchester 80. I know.
You're not doing well here. So you should never come back.
I'm not.
You should go back to Rochester.
I'm going to.
Good. Go to that.
You're gonna get Laconian, I promise.
Instead of arresting him or issuing a ticket, the officers decided to play a little game, one that will leave you absolutely stunned.
Listen, I won't take you to jail if you can find me the DFS. Right there.
Oh, Garrett, your foot,
Left foot, left foot, your foot, right there. Nope, Corman called the line. Punch, flare.
Oh, there we go. Shoelace Express. Down here.
If I see you again tonight, you're being arrested. So you better hide somewhere.
Honestly,
That's not hide. Jared, we're about to play a game of manhunt. I'm gonna give you a 20-minute head start, and if I see you again, you're going to jail.
1 Mississippi.
2, we won't look.
Away from you. 2 Mississippi.
We're not going to look.
4, start counting.
5 Mississippi.
Oh!
6
Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
It was surely bizarre to see the officers treat the law as a joke and play this game with this poor man. Everything was going fine with them until one of them realized that they were being recorded.
Say right here now, here we come. Right here now, here we come.
Just think about this for a second. Imagine. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Dude, well, he's like squatting in the alley. We're like,
Dude, no, we drive by and he goes like this, he goes.
Imagine. Take shit outside of your window every day. Imagine.
Hey folks.
That'd be unbelievable.
Sorry, someone was trying to poop on the side of your building.
It happens.
Yeah. We're just trying to get it to stop.
The counting was a little weird.
We were giving him a head start before we find him and arrest him.
Yeah, but making it a game was kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
The officers realized they had messed up and quickly retreated. That video went viral, and the police chief became involved, launching an internal investigation. As a result, all 3 officers were suspended for a few days. Well, now that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw cases where corrupt cops were caught breaking the law, completely unaware that they were being recorded. These officers hate being held accountable and struggle to follow the law that they enforce on others. Thankfully, they were exposed by the good people who stood up for their rights. Now, if you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch the moments where these tyrant cops brutally assaulted these innocent people.
What, dude? Get on his face! Okay, stop moving!